Well, hello, everybody, and howdy. And welcome to She Said, He Said. And before we get going here, I got to remind you that we are on Good Talk Radio. We are on Spreaker and many other platforms, which you can find down in the description below. And the big news is we're now TV stars. How about that, group? You feel like a star?
Wow, I'm
quite
confused.
We have launched and start in the process of launching cutting edge TV on Roku, and of course, one of the featured shows is this show. And so, you're movie stars. So start getting ready to do your, signings and all that stuff.
I'm ready.
So today, guys, we have a great day. We have all kinds of important things to talk about, like how to be a good kisser and also how to be ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Yes. And we have some mystery questions for you. So before we get going, we want to make sure we introduce everybody. So I'll start at the bottom. Hello, I see I have off to the left is Tracy. How's it going, Tracy?
I'm doing just dandy. How is everyone else doing?
Well.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I forgot to go. Now before I go any farther, I need to remind everybody that if you're talking to us in the chat, the platform we're using, we can't answer back unless some of our peoples that are on the panel go directly to Facebook or YouTube. So we're not being unsociable. We'll just try to address you online here. So, and I see George. George, you got up there already. Good job, George.
I'm all over it like a bad rash.
All right. Well, I was moving along in the panel. Chandra, how are you today?
Good, thanks. Happy to be here.
So, how's everything in Nevada?
It's great. Honestly, it's a day after an election. We don't have any polls counted completely, and we haven't had rain for almost 200 days. So, it's great.
Yeah, it seems to be something wrong with your state. There must be like two people counting the ballots. One.
I think there is actually 1.5, and they're on break most of the time.
Yeah, but if I was in Vegas, they'd be counting my money much faster. That's for sure.
That's for sure. Yeah. All right. Well, moving right along here.
If it was money,
I'm well, thank you. Happy to be here.
And we missed you last week. We're so glad to have you back.
Thank
you. You were roaming around Phoenix, weren't you?
Yeah.
I was causing some trouble a little bit.
Yeah, I saw some of the things you're doing, moving signs around. And
I was trying to, and I got in trouble.
Yeah. Those guys carry guns.
I know. They don't mess around. They're elderly and dangerous.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, it's nice to have you back. I'm going to move up to the top of the board here to George G. Money. How's it going?
Hey, everybody. What's up here in El Paso, Texas, Zombie Central?
El Paso. Are you don't have any more hurricanes heading your way, do you?
No, but we just had one day of 3,000 cases. One day, 3,000 cases.
Just in El Paso or the state?
Just in El Paso.
Of COVID?
What are you guys doing over there?
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, it's all happening at the Walmart. I'm telling you, Walmart. I swear, if you were to drop a bomb on Walmart, you'd kill half the population here.
Wow. All right. Well, moving to the center of our panel here, we have Tom Gulley. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Getting ready to dive into some fun relationship questions.
So how's we always kind of figure you might be a little lightheaded sitting up there at 8,000 feet.
Yeah, it's what it is.
And of course, I'm in Oregon, guys, and we got all kinds of stuff today. So last week we were talking about kissing just a little bit, but we got kind of cut off. That was right at the end of the show, so we're going to go in a little deeper. And just a smidgen deeper, a lot deeper.
Okay.
All right.
Are we looking like that kind of thing, or That deep?
Sure, George. I just think of Robert Williams. Not a good thought. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. That's a
Moving
bad
on.
Moving on. So, in general, I'm going to start with the girls below. I'm going to start with Tracy. And generally, what are you looking for in a kiss?
Okay. There's a difference when there is emotion behind it and when there isn't. And I really prefer to have like the romance in the kiss. And I don't know how to explain it, but there is a distinct difference when there's meaning behind it. And like just having the meaning behind it makes a huge difference, I think.
So when your husband goes to work, and well, of course that's not happening now, you're all working together, and that little smack little
He
thing
goes across the living room.
Yeah, that doesn't cut it, does it?
That is just a sign of affection. That doesn't count as like a kiss. That is just acknowledgement.
Okay. All right, Chandra. I'm gonna move on to Chandra. I'm picturing you just all over, slimy, licking tongues everywhere. Is that the kind of kiss you're looking for, or is it more subtle and more a different definition?
I'm a flyby. Totally. I'm passing. You're lucky to get one. I gotta go. There's things going on. Sorry.
Stuff to do.
Truth.
No comment.
So,
I do always.
No
our first two contestants there are both married, and now we have Flynn over here.
You want to call me Lynn? I know you do.
He's died too.
Why?
I don't know.
I have a Jalen, a Lynn, all this family stuff that tends to be.
You got a thing for Lynn's.
You got a cowboy hat on, Flynn. That's what happens. You get
You
that
gotta be a
accent
rat.
and you start calling everybody Lynn.
You betcha.
That's the problem.
So, Flynn, on a date or maybe even more than a date that's getting a little bit more serious, what are you looking for in a kiss?
Well, I can talk I could talk for an hour alone on this topic. So you sure you want an answer?
Sure. Well, we're going to be able to talk a lot about it. So we'll have lots of ways of looking at it.
So every woman kisses differently. Every man kisses differently. So I think the thing to think about is when you come to the table, you have the way a man kisses and then the way a woman kisses, or if you're a girl and girl or boy and boy, when people come together and kiss, they have their style of kissing and then your style of kissing. And then that's what's so unique is you make your kiss together. So no two people it's unique. The way you kiss to someone is because they're going to bring something to the table. So a kiss is very unique. No kiss is going to be alike. You know what I mean? So having said that,
Here's Flynn circle clap. I agree with her.
Yeah. So for example, if I were to kiss George, he might think I'm a good kisser. I might think he's an okay kisser. Okay. So George might kiss me and think I'm a great kisser, and then Tom might kiss me and think I'm not a good kisser because he's got a different requirement and a standard of how he wants to kiss. So I want to first say that no kiss is allowed.
Okay? I'll be all right with it.
I wouldn't think so.
Now
I wouldn't say nothing about it either, Flynn.
You might think I'm a great kisser, and Tom might kiss me and be like, "Oh, she doesn't do enough tongue or whatever." So I wanted to first bring out that there's no kiss. This is the Flynnism. I made this up, okay? There's no kiss that's going to be the same. It's different with everybody. Second thing is this. I'm a lippy kisser.
You're a what?
A lippy kisser.
A lippy?
Lippy. It starts with an L. And then things that start with an L.
Is anything like legging?
Like a lippy kisser. So for me, I'm all about the lips. And then give me a little bit of tongue. Now, some guys just open their mouth and all they have is the tongue.
Yep.
I'm not... That's
not me.
They open their mouth and they roll their tongue. I'm not into that. I'm into the lips. How you just give me a little bit of tongue, but give me lips. Give me a lippy kiss. Told you it was going to not be such an easy answer.
Wow.
Well, now if you're into lips, is it important that you have small lips or big lips?
Oh, it's preferable if he has or she has large lips and soft lips.
Ah. My data, I got the facts. The facts say it doesn't matter.
The facts.
Hey, you know what? Though? You got Flynn. not the
Those
facts.
facts are wrong.
You got
Flynn facts. Flynn facts.
Flynn facts.
He's got the Lynn facts. I got the Flynn facts right here.
Gotcha. We need lip. All right. George, I want to go to you really fast, but I got to jump over to Tom because I saw a little bit what's going on. So, Tom, you want to rebuttal against that?
No, I just wouldn't
Not
say-
at all. Go ahead.
I wouldn't say that she's a bad kisser. I would never say that, nor do I think she would be. I also particularly like lippy kisses, and I think the word is sensual. I want somebody that has a bit of artistry that, you know, I give high marks for mastery, and somebody that really, and I think Tracy is part of it too. It has to have some meaning. It has to have some as Bruce Lee would say, emotional content.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have to have something more than just, man, I almost could answer this question by telling you what I don't like.
Okay.
I kissed a girl one time, and it felt like she was it was an epiglottical exam. It was like a face clamp. It was like a face hug.
I know what you're talking about. I want to talk about it. I'm not going to do it. Go ahead.
And I'm sure she thought she was giving me this great, passionate kiss. And I'm like, whoa, hey, you know, I've got to use this jaw later in my life. And then the other thing I can't stand is excessively chapped lips.
Oh.
What's the worst?
It feels like you're,
Man, I carry chapstick everywhere I go.
You gotta keep your lips emollient. You gotta have an emollient.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Emollient.
So I don't like it when it feels like
Those puppies.
you're kissing the side of a boat that needs to be.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Can I just add one thing to Tom Gulley's thing? May I?
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
On the vein of a nice smooth lip texture, I don't like a woman or a man. I don't want to be, you know, whatever. I if their tongue feels rough, like a cat's tongue, that's not going to work for me either.
A cat's tongue. Wow.
Yeah.
Have you kissed a couple of cat tongue?
I kissed one girl,
And she had a cat tongue.
and my best guy friend. We kissed one time, and his tongue was a little rough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been doing the little saw up there, I guess, or
So
something.
Flynn, does with all this lip service stuff you're talking about, does a mustache or beard kind of interfere with that?
Oh, I love a beard.
Ooh.
Yeah, but the second day growth on your guys' mustache, man, that can be rough on a makeout session. Because
True.
it gets a little like rough.
Yes,
Keep it trimmed all the time. Gotta
If
keep
your
it
beard and
trimmed.
mustache is too short, that's no bueno.
Yeah.
I'm with Tracy. Tracy knows what's up.
Oh, I know. I was like, there's a certain day you gotta wait for.
Yes,
Yes.
100%.
All right, George, you're in.
Well, I got 3 different types of kisses.
Uh-oh.
One of them is a drunk kiss, because that's going to be like, you know, you don't even have to rate that one, because you're coming right at you.
That just works.
You're going to get it no matter what. In any way you can, or sense of form, you're drunk. It doesn't really matter. So it's one of those. Then the second one is a very romantic kiss. You know, when the mood's there, and you both connect, and you both have that passion. And then there's a subtle kiss.
Oh.
Sometimes on a first date, it would be nice to just give her a nice subtle kiss. Nice on the lips, no tongue, nothing like that. Just to make it interesting for her. Wow, I got a circle clap.
For the subtle kiss.
I am.
Really easy.
Yes.
It's easy to
Well,
get
the
a
drunk
clap
kiss, I
on
couldn't
here.
help. It wasn't me that was doing the attacking.
So,
It was Psycho Woman that, you know, pretty much, you know, I had to ban from everything else. You know what you want to talk about. You guys know.
I like the subtle kiss. That was nice. The subtle kiss.
The subtle kiss is the bomb. That's probably one of the best.
I got a subtle kiss last night and this morning.
You're kidding me.
From your cat?
I watched the elections with an ex-boyfriend of mine of 15 years ago.
Wow.
And I stayed the night, and all we did was snuggle, and he gave me a couple subtle kisses.
Wow.
Perfect. You win over with those subtle kisses.
Nice.
He didn't make the move on me, and I said, "You're such a gentleman." He said, "It's not going to be like that next time."
And then send her home with a Trump flag.
And sent you home with a Trump flag.
Oh, heck no.
That would ruin the mood.
All right, so
Right.
this is not on my list. I haven't got to my list yet, but I got to ask
All
this
right.
question. I'll start with Chandra. Do you remember your first French kiss? Or as the girl that I got, my first French kiss was called swapping spit. Do you remember the first time you had a little tongue action?
I do. And to be very honest, it was the first time I'd ever had a kiss. And I'm not so sure that I didn't think he was having something in my it was shocking. And then I wanted a do-over later.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
So yes, I do remember it. And
That's
it
when you
was
might go,
at
I
camp.
think I need to practice this a little more, right? Tracy,
Yes.
when you first French-
Because it was startling.
So Tracy, what was it like to get your first French kiss? I'm
My
being
first French kiss.
swapping spit.
Am I allowed to share this with my dad in the room?
As long as he didn't give it to you.
Not maybe names.
Awesome.
You know what? I'm
Oh
gonna
my
be
gosh,
a little
ouch.
honest.
Ouch.
I don't think I've quite mastered the French kiss. I don't think I've had the experience from the first one through the many people I've dated and stuff. I don't think I've quite mastered it or experienced where it's just like really great. I think I'm more like Flynn said, I like the lip service and stuff like that. But once you start getting into the French kiss, I feel like people are just a little too aggressive and in too much space. Like they got to do a little more subtle. I haven't quite figured it out. So I can say it's not my favorite, so, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, just by the way, someone talked about knocking teeth, and knocking teeth is no bueno.
No,
Yeah, no, that's
not at
not
all,
I'm
good.
going to
man.
knock boots, not knock teeth.
Yeah.
Working with these. Yeah.
Or where you can't breathe because you're clogged up on one side and the other side is getting
Exactly, man. Oh, man. Hold on a second, man.
I got allergies today. Hold on. No.
Oh yeah, I can actually remember my first one was like 16 years old, and I was at a get together with teenagers and stuff, and this one girl goes, it's one of those teas like, hey, have you ever swapped spit? I'm like, I didn't even know what she was talking about. So she comes over and just lays one on me. And it's like, oh my God.
Was it a drunk kiss?
What's that?
Was it a drunk kiss?
No, it was,
That's like full on mouth.
it was a very
No
very
tongue.
aggressive gal that amongst many girls, she'd do anything if you, she's one of those, you know.
Wow,
No,
Rob. Jeez.
That was my first education.
Did you do more than kiss her?
Well, I had other girlfriends.
Did you get grabby?
I was starting to chase Sherry at the time. It's like I wasn't really ready for some gal out of the blue just to do that on me. But it's like, oh, but I learned a new thing, so I practiced on Sherry.
Wow. Okay. Wow. How about that, Tracy? Did that burn your ears a little? That didn't bother you at all?
I've actually heard probably a lot worse.
All right. I'm just not going into details. No.
That was pretty G level. We're good.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I was hoping you were going to go into details or anything. So.
So Tom, with the first kiss like that, were you the administrator of one or a receiver of one?
No, I was the recipient. The first girl I don't even know if it's dating was I worked at McDonald's. There was a girl that worked there, and she invited me to a trailer park in Sheridan, Indiana, and we played that game Pats Out, that board game. And
Oh man,
she was a lot more. She was older than me, and she was a lot more experienced, meaning she had any experience at all, and I did not. And she actually was
So
an excellent
You were
kisser.
him.
she was an excellent kisser, and the French kiss that she was, giving me was the kind that I like. I think Tracy's right. I think a lot of people go in there like a Vegematic and go crazy, but it was just enough. It was just a little bit of tongue, and it was nice. She was very, very good at it, and so yeah, I was really, really lucky to coin a phrase.
George?
Well, it was 6th grade.
Ooh.
I had a very popular girl with me, and man, she schooled the shit out of me. Oh, sorry, I can't say that word. She schooled me. Oh my gosh, she basically gave me a tonsillectomy, and it was great. I was just like so surprised. I was like, "You gotta." I had all these emotions running through me all at the same time, but it was actually pretty cool. It was actually great, and it was frightening at the same time because she knew so much, and she was only in 6th grade. So I was in 6th grade too, so I didn't really care. It was great.
I like
the comment.
That's John Smith.
Oh, there you go, man! Like cleaning out the pudding cup with your tongue.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh my gosh. So I gotta make sure I leave room for ladies and gentlemen and making sure we're at it. But let's see. Let me talk about.
I didn't tell them about my first kiss.
You gotta ask Flynn.
Yeah.
I want to know.
I'm waiting for yours, Flynn.
So, do you want to hear the first time I actually attempted a first kiss, or when I really had a first kiss?
Oh,
French
boy.
kiss? You mean?
Do you want to hear the attempt or the real one?
Real one.
Start with the attempt, and then the
Okay,
real one.
okay. I'll go with Ranger Bob. So the real one, right? You said attempt or real one. What was that? Attempt or real one?
Both.
Both.
The
Give 'em
attempt.
both.
I was in 3rd grade. No, wait. Yeah, 3rd or 5th grade. I'm not sure. And we went behind the bush. And we went like this. We just
Lizard kiss.
No,
The lizard kiss.
we just touched tongues. So do you count that? We were like, and then
Yeah,
ran.
it was a lizard kiss. It passes.
Lizard kiss.
So is that what you want to hear?
More like
Is that what you want to
an
hear? Or do you want to hear my
No.
real kiss?
Now let's do the other one.
Real one.
So that was either 3rd or 5th grade. I can't remember. And then when I was in 7th grade, I went to this middle school, and these kids were like, smoking marijuana. They were fast. I didn't do any of that. And it was the Christmas dance, and they put a mistletoe over you, and you had to kiss. So I kissed 7 guys that night.
Wow, you're on a roll.
Holy smoke!
I'm never kissing a boy unless you have the little to kiss. I got you dance, and they put the mistletoe. So I kissed 7 boys. Is that terrible?
No.
7 boys. I'm thinking.
I was gonna say that sounds like a night of clubbing.
But I mean,
Fighting off.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, no wonder she's an expert.
before that, it was just this.
So I gotta ask, do any of you guys keep a journal or a diary, or did?
Yeah, right up here.
Right?
I can carry it right up here.
In my head. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have a theory. You don't write down anything you don't want the whole world to know. So no.
Hell yeah.
I had a girlfriend one time that I was cleaning. We lived together, and I'm cleaning the apartment, and on top of the armoire, I found this little journal.
Ooh.
And I found all these names of boys in a row, and mine was the last one on the list. And I brought it up to her, and she got really mad.
Oh yeah.
Did you have like a plus next to yours, or like a little asterisk mark? Like you were the best out of the bunch.
Or thumbs down or thumbs up.
Was
Yeah,
it,
I'm with
was
Roger.
it good or bad, or what,
No,
what do
but
you think?
there
Did you write
was-
it in cursive?
There was a link to
4 stars, 5 stars.
Yeah.
There was a link to a Yelp review. I did have
Oh man.
another girlfriend that kept a record of every time we did it, and she did put stars next to everything.
Wow.
I was going through a day
Oh,
minder. I was
Dude.
Oh, how did you read that?
like, how did I what?
How did you get a chance to read that?
Uh,
Hopefully with pride.
she had her day minder open, and I'm like, what Hey, is this a record of every time we've? She's like, yeah. As a matter of fact, it is. She's very.
Was she OCD?
No. She's more BDSM.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Nice girl. We're still friends.
All right.
That's
Well, I'm going to go through a little list here. It kind of talks about signs that you're a good kisser, and I think Flynn might have nailed some of these. I should call her Lynn because she called me Ranger Bob.
Did it on purpose.
Aren't you Ranger
Bob.
Rob?
You said Bob.
You get. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was probably subconsciously getting you back for all the Lyns.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay. So 7 signs that you're a good kisser.
I'm
Let's see how
feeling
well
it.
Flynn did on this.
Okay.
You're in sync with him or her.
Yeah.
You don't kiss everyone the same. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think you can.
True.
Not successfully, anyways.
Yeah.
Now, George, this one's for you. You don't bite or suck on the upper or lower lip.
I'm not feeling it.
You do a sexy little bite. Just a little.
Now, this one kind of throws
I've
me
been
away.
bit. I've been bit before, but I don't think it was like a vampire type kiss. Like she
I don't
wanted
see
to
the problem with nibbles.
Nibbles?
I'll nibble on an
Nibbles.
ear. I'll definitely nibble on an ear. Oh yeah. Not
Oh,
hard. I'm not going
by
to take
the
the
way,
trunk out.
Time out. It's never good to stick your tongue in her ear. I don't know who taught
Oh no. I'm not sticking my tongue in her ear. I'm talking about the lobe, baby. The lobe.
No, you know, FY, don't stick your tongue ever down the earlobe. It's never.
Oh hell no!
never
Are you
good.
kidding me? Goodness gracious! It's like, man,
I'm
licking
not
an
letting you
armpit.
Do that, George.
That's like licking an
I'm giving
armpit.
Ranger Bob.
No problem, Lynn.
Like licking an armpit, man.
Hey,
What
but
are
at
you
least
talking about?
Bob is is an acceptable form of saying your name, Robert. Bob is acceptable. Lynn is not. So you just, I'm just saying.
But
Getting
4
schooled
of the
there.
letters in your name focus on Lynn.
You can call me Lynn. It's okay.
No, that's Flynn. Okay, so number
Now he
4.
gets it right.
Hey, I've had a crazy day. I'm trying to set up a TV station. Hang in
You're
there.
doing great. You're doing great, Bob.
Okay, so keep your tongue to yourself after. All right. I'm not sure if I believe this one. I don't know if I'm going to read it. Keep your tongue to yourself after age 25.
What does that mean?
That
Why?
means you shouldn't French kiss after 25, which I think is ridiculous.
Crazy.
Why?
No.
That's
No.
what it says. That's a sign of a good kisser.
It's not happening.
No, we don't agree with that.
I don't agree.
Not a chance.
This one I flinged out right. You use lip balm.
Well, somebody said that. No, George said that, right? No. Tom said that.
I did.
George did.
All right. What do we
Okay,
got?
I want to give Tom all the credit, don't I?
All right.
It's okay, Tom. It's all right. You can have the credit, buddy.
This
I'll give
one
it
is
to you.
probably the guys need to know this one a little bit,
Okay.
but you know how to relax.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
I need to work on that.
Yeah, I would say that's true.
I think
Yep.
Okay,
both
so-
genders
yeah.
need to know.
I
how to
agree.
be
Okay,
relaxed.
so Flynn, you've kissed a
Yeah.
girl before, right?
Yeah, but it was kind of like it was like I just wanted everybody always asked me if I've been with a girl. I'd never been with a girl, and I had
No,
those-
not like that. They're like I get it.
No.
too, but
Let her finish. Let her finish. Let her finish.
I do think that girls are naturally more relaxed in the lips, and that's why I was pointing it out. Like
Oh,
I think
okay.
they're just more relaxed, and I think that's why it is towards a guy. Like sometimes they get stiff lips.
Tracy, have you kissed a girl?
I have.
I had a feeling.
In college, you guys were in
Oh,
college.
hi. I've kissed a girl.
I went to many parties, went to many clubs. I've had fun.
Sounds like Tracy might have kissed 7 guys at a club too.
Maybe I wouldn't remember all the time.
Boy, I got something to tell your mom.
He already knows.
She was there.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Wow. How long was our show?
No, this one is contrary to Flynn's statement. Remember that it doesn't matter if you have thin lips or he has full lips or vice versa.
No, if he's got nice lips, he's got nice lips.
Yeah, if a girl has nice full lips, it's better than the little liver lip, terrible. Yeah.
You
It's
can have
not
a
snake.
preference.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that.
Pencil
Yeah,
lips.
he's got chicken lips. Not good. Chicken lips, no good.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah, it's not exactly great.
Like
some of
kissing
these-
a chicken.
Some of the statements I had from the last show, I'm actually skipping, but when you're about to kiss somebody maybe new that you're dating for the first time, they say 20 secrets to a good kisser know to ask your partner what they want. That sounds a little lame.
I don't know. I
kind
think
of like, yeah. I kind of like it to happen naturally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Let-
that's kind of like
let-
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kiss you right there.
You
There.
put-
Hold on. This is how I want it.
Yeah.
This is how you're gonna receive
I
it.
want
You
a
good? Let's
subtle
do this.
kiss, and I want it
Tell me
right
the subtle
now.
kiss.
George, you need to put your other
Subtle
glasses
kiss,
on
I
for
want it
that.
now.
I think it takes some of the magic out of it if
Yeah.
you explain it. Plus the fact, kissing is like dancing.
All right, now
I want a
how
subtle kiss, and I want it now.
You either dance well with the person naturally or you do not. You know, now that doesn't mean when you first start dancing, everything's in sync. Usually it is. You can kind of sort of get to know what, you know, how they move, how they dance and everything, and then you're fine. But I think if, you know, I've drawn up some blueprints here. Why don't you come on over? I've got a sketch and some diagram. There's no romance, there's no magic. There's no magic in that. Yeah.
Okay, you guys ready? Don't push it, don't force it, let it happen naturally.
Yeah.
It will surely happen.
All right, don't play too long. We'll get a strike.
Yeah, we'll get a strike.
But don't push it, don't force it, let it happen naturally. It will surely happen if love was meant to be.
Yeah.
I like it.
So it says here,
Right.
pay attention to what your partner does.
Such as.
Yeah,
Unleash fury.
be more vague, be more vague.
This is-
Unleash fury. I got
Yeah.
mine from kissing in a
You're a
dance
good
club.
kisser. You would know how to answer that. Okay, so next,
Oh,
keep the kisses simple.
Yep.
Meaning
yes.
not complicated? What does that mean?
Well, if you,
I don't-
you know, if you're a
I
good
don't think
kisser,
anybody
knows-
should have a sword fight with your tongue, like
Yeah.
trying to have sex with your tongue, you know, like things like that. I think that's probably too
Okay.
complicated.
Here's the deal. I'm going to be really honest, and this may sound very arrogant, and so set me straight, but the guy's got to kind of follow my lead for it to work.
That's kind of arrogant, don't you think,
I
guys?
don't think that's probably. No.
No,
He's got to follow my lead.
Like,
No,
lead away.
She said earlier, every kiss is unique.
My
And that's
dad
her-
would give
no, that's her
my
style.
dad would give Flynn 2 thumbs up for that.
Yeah,
My dad would.
I'm saying
He
with
would
this.
say that any man that is worth his weight would be able to know exactly how to follow a female's lead, and he'll know exactly what he's going to get just by following it. So I
Yeah.
would say that Flynn's right. So
I would say that that's her
good
style.
luck for you.
That's her- she said it earlier.
right.
She said it earlier. That's her style, and the guy will either like that or he won't like that.
He likes it.
And I would imagine that. I would imagine that he does.
Now, do I talk too much? Too loud? Yeah, that's I can improve upon that. But the kissing, I haven't had any complaints.
And 7 one night with no complaints is a pretty good sample size, really.
So
In what?
I said 7 in one night without a
Oh,
complaint.
I didn't know what I was doing then. Oh, please. I probably was. I didn't know. Please don't count that. I was brand new. I don't know. That's
Still no.
So were you really popular the next day after the
there was
Scribner
cheesecake there.
incidents?
No, Everybody was doing that. It was a thing. I went to this junior high school where they did it. It was a famous thing. You mistletoe, and you kind of can't say no when you're mistletoe. So
were there really good-looking guys and really bad-looking guys, or did you just say I didn't care?
I was so young and I was nice, and so I mean, I don't think I did with any guys that weren't cute or were nerdy. I think I lucked out, and that the ones that came my way were ones I thought were interesting. But that's a lot of kissing for a virgin kisser, right? That's a lot.
Well, let's back off the nerdy thing. That kind of hurt.
I know, right? I'm feeling pain there. I'm like,
but Tom Gulley is
skip one, go to the next guy, skip that one, go to the next one.
Right.
Let's say there was a run on mistletoe in that town the next day.
I think I was just like, can you go? I just was like, I was brand new to the school and mistletoes were everywhere, and I wasn't drinking. I just didn't know what hit me. It was just like, I think I was excited and scared and confused, and
your lips were out of control.
You were caught up in the moment.
I was Chandra. I was just like,
Sure.
Yeah. You intoxicated yourself just from the air.
That's right.
Well, that's the best drug there is.
All right. So every good kisser knows to stay away from the hickey.
A hickey can be fun.
Yeah.
Hickey can be fun.
I don't think
it depends on where you put it.
Yeah. Whoa. That's true about everything.
Yeah. Don't give your girlfriend a hickey on the chin, because that shows up right away. Very, very fair skinned lady, girl, and yeah, you just don't want to do that because it showed up. I mean, literally right there, and I was like, oh shit.
Okay, I'm going to challenge you on this. I think a guy that gives you a hickey is a guy who's possessive, and you guys let me know why you think I think that.
I know why I think a girl that does that is she's marking you, so another girl can't have you. But I think also I've never gotten an intentional hickey. Every hickey I've gotten has been someone who's been swept up in passion and done it without realizing it.
Or maybe she just wanted to mark her territory.
She was marking her territory, man, because I looked like a leper after I got done. After she got done with me, I was a leper. I was all over the place, man.
I think it's the kind of thing you do when you're younger too, though. Like I think as a young girl, you might want to give a guy a hickey or get a hickey. But I think as an adult, I think we don't want hickeys. I think it's more of a kid thing.
Yeah. I concur.
Yes. So,
George and I are definitely vibing. We're feeling it.
I'm feeling it.
oh yeah, I can see. You can see it on the screen.
I'll give you one of those. Yeah, I'll even give you a reverse one.
That's my move. That's my move. That's mine.
I'll give you a reverse one for that one. That was
yeah, exactly. If it's really good, you go counterclockwise.
I go counterclockwise.
Yeah, there we go.
I like
Unleashed Fury's comment exactly. She's right.
So another important thing here is kiss all over the place. Getting tired of the same pecks on the lip. Go for something unique spots that will drive your significant other wild.
Okay, then let's talk about where's our favorite place to get kisses then.
Nick.
Well, I have a list.
Of course you do.
Does everybody agree with the neck?
Neck is.
Oh yeah. Oh, neck.
How about right under the jawbone? Right under the jawbone.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, I'd have to say a neck kiss, but from behind is awesome.
I always do a reverse.
Somebody who can just. Yeah,
I surprise you with a reverse.
That little soft
one.
spot.
Yeah.
That little soft spot behind the earlobe.
Oh yeah. Not in the ear. Not in the ear.
Grab a cigarette.
Like I said, yeah.
If
you do a rear assault, that's good.
The little dip on the collarbone.
on the neck. On the
A
neck.
rear assault. Oh my
The
goodness.
collarbone?
Oh,
Is it collarbone?
on the
Getting warmer.
there's a little dip on the collarbone.
Wow, Tracy, I wasn't even going to go there, but you already went there. So that's cool.
I was like, getting warmer.
I'm there, man. I'm good.
Not bad.
I got it.
The dip
That's
on the
good.
collarbone is
Oh, I like forehead kisses. Those are sweet. I would unleash
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, it's on the list.
I feel like
Forehead kiss.
kiss makes me feel like I just put Bactine on somebody's knee.
What did you say, Tom?
That's
I
funny,
love you.
Tom.
I love you, boo boo.
Yeah. it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all right, now go play with the other kids. You know, I mean, it's that's great.
How about a little kiss on the nose?
Oh no.
That's like a fair
No.
dog.
And last
for a
but not
dog.
least on my
I'm
list
feeling
here,
the nose.
Yeah, no.
and last of this little list is the shoulder.
Maybe.
Shoulder is
backside.
good.
Yeah.
You girls are all about getting
Yep,
it from
on the
behind.
backside.
These two girls like
As
from
I'm
behind.
slowly slipping off her shirt. Yes, right on the shoulder.
Okay.
I
I have places that
before
they
they get a
didn't
chance.
mention.
Before they get a chance to say, "What are you doing?" You kiss them there, and they go,
Incomplete
"Okay."
list.
I'm jealous. I've never had a
Wow.
shoulder kiss
Who said that? Something about a reach around? Oh, boy.
What was that?
Wow. Yeah, repost that.
Hey, Bob,
Wow.
Bob, can I ask a question?
Yes, Lynn.
Okay, yeah. So Chandra, women, what's something a man has done subtly that just really you just love it? It's a subtle thing. What is it? Tell me.
You crack me up.
Whipped cream.
No. I'm asking the girls, Bob. Behave.
No.
Oh,
Look at a guy.
Actually, the inside of the elbow, and it's just so subtle, out of the blue. There you go. You can probably have
Chandra
just
likes
about
to have
anything.
Tracy, she likes to.
Oh,
Yep.
I don't know if I got one, but like that one's good.
The elbow,
But,
the elbow one. You like that?
Yeah, the inside arms, those are good areas. The back of the leg, actually. I was like, that one surprisingly is really nice too. Or like your lower back.
Yes.
Those two. Yep.
And,
Okay.
and the
that's
other
fine.
one is right on the rib cage.
On the-
Yeah. The rib cage.
I don't know.
Yep,
If a
right
girl-
on the rib cage.
Top of
Right?
the cleavage.
lower of my
Top
back.
of the cleavage. Yeah.
For me, my lower back, just a nice little touch. Forget about it. You have to have chemistry, but if you just let just my lower back, I'm toast.
Mhm.
Toast.
Yeah. There you go.
Writing it down. Write down.
And can I give you my other one that goes makes me crazy? That in a great is if they just like
as well.
go like this to my hair.
Yes.
I do that to Sherry a lot.
See?
Touch my hair.
Yeah.
Mine is always in a messy bun or a beret or a ponytail. So, it's you can't do a whole lot with it. So,
Just put your
I think
fingers
the
in my
ultimate
hair.
kiss at
Oh
my-
boy. Oh boy.
I think the ultimate kiss at my age with Sherry is when she gets headaches a lot and stuff. Is I'll pull her hair back and rub her right in temples
Temples.
The
and lay those little subtle kisses on her.
Aww.
I don't know why that seems dramatic. She's got a headache.
aw,
Anyway,
The
But
three
it
of
seems-
us,
sure.
but it makes her feel better. So that's
so the
important.
three of us just told you little little things we like that makes us feel good. What are something that makes you three really go cuckoo that a girl does for you in a sweet way?
Kissing the neck definitely is memorable.
Okay.
Guys,
I can never tell if a girl likes me at all, and so ever. I'm the worst at it. And so I recall one specific time I was out on a date with this girl, and we're walking down the sidewalk somewhere, and she just stopped me and started kissing me. And I thought it was the coolest thing in
Yeah.
the history of ever. I was like, oh, well, then I guess you do like me.
Aww.
That was
Mama cannot take charge.
yeah. Well, it wasn't even. Yes, it was taking charge, but it was also very. It was done in a relatively romantic way, And I was in the middle of a sentence, so I thought maybe she just wants to.
She's just trying to shut you up.
But then we walked around to a park bench and just sat there and made out. And, they had to rethink all the public indecency laws in that area when we were through. And
Sweet.
I also like the neck kiss is also good. But that took my breath away. It absolutely took my breath away on that particular occasion.
Wow. Girls, take note. Okay, you, George.
George.
There was this one girl. I mean, she was very, very classy, very nice, very sweet. And we were dating for a long time. And she would just suddenly start kissing my back teen kiss, like Tom said, would start kissing my head and then start kind of moving down and down and down and down. And then she'd give a little peck on my lips right there. And then she'd kiss on my neck. Oh, yeah, got my motor running, baby. Oh, yeah. Woo-wee.
The launch sequence has been engaged. That's when you know if it's a good kiss, by the way.
I want to point out.
Shebang!
Yeah.
I want to point out, ladies, that all the guys mentioned kissing on the neck or whatever, or the mouth, and we all like touch. Just a little thing I wanted to point out.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I was touchy too. There's no problem.
There's a few other things that have taken my breath away, but they are not suitable for this program.
Yeah. I think you're going to say fellatio, right?
All right, panel. Now, this is a great subject.
Wow.
I need to find out, can you help a bad kisser?
Yes. I'm not saying you can cure them, but you can help them. Like the girl that I'm like, hey, you need to tap the brakes a little bit.
I got school.
You need to keep it first or second gear. I
got school.
You can't help them. I don't know that they'll ever get it, but you can help them. And by the way, maybe they meet somebody someday that loves that kissing all over. You're at somebody that just starts all over the place, and you feel like you're carrying a cat, and its tail is all.
Yeah, I've had that before. Yeah.
But you can help them. Sure,
Yeah,
you can certainly help them with yourself.
Slow down.
Like pause an aggressive kisser by leaning them back and putting their hand gently on their collarbone and approaching very slowly, almost like saying, "Chill." Take it down a notch.
Oh, hell no, man. I'm going to bring her in closer.
No, take it in a notch.
Yeah.
And as you're edging like this, and then reroute that person.
You mean like
Reroute. Reroute like you're a Garmin. Recalculating.
I think there comes a time
I like this.
when you don't want to have to retrain a bad kisser. Your 20s, maybe. There's a certain point where it's like, if you're bad, you're out of here.
I feel like the three of us girls are kind of like, if you can't kiss, then.
Oh, I was rerouted, all right. So I'm not going to say where.
When you're kissing, is it mandatory?
I got that, George. I got it. It took me a minute.
Good.
If it's mandatory, do we have to have our eyes closed?
No, I don't care.
Open.
Man, I don't want to like have her staring right at me while I'm sitting there.
But if you want to.
Would you want to kiss them?
I mean, if you want to stare at somebody, more power to you, but.
No, I'm going to have my eyes closed, please.
Yes, that's exactly.
Yeah. Sometimes you do open your eyes and they're looking at you like a praying mantis that's about to eat a bug. Or
Exactly. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's hitting the nail on the head for sure.
Oh my God. So guys, I didn't think we'd go this long in this subject, but I am going to switch over and I'll carry this on to the other show. But I'm catching some feedback from somebody, if anybody's got something on. You guys
Um,
must be feedback through this program. Anyway, 12 tips of being a modern gentleman. So yeah, some you guys have said, where do you get these lists for the 1940s? This is a
Hey.
modern gentleman. In general, George, I'll start with you. What are some of the tips you would give to be a modern gentleman this day and age?
No, I've always been a gentleman. I'll always open a car door for her. I will always open just a regular door for her. I'll always wait till she sits down before I sit down. I will always be, very generous in the ways of being able to, influence her so I can get her in bed. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not kidding.
That's not true. But no, actually, I will be a complete gentleman. I will. Like I said, my show ago, that my grandfather was very, very up on that. He says you always treat a lady like a lady, okay, and you always pull her chair out for her, not all the way out, but you do pull her chair out. You always just you got to make her feel comfortable. Then when she's comfortable, then she'll do anything for you. No.
How about you, Tom?
Well, I think there's all the comments.
I want to. Okay.
Tracy, go.
I was going to say to George's point, ladies need to also allow all that too. Like
I'm down with that.
sometimes we don't allow that to occur, and I think that's just rude.
It
It's true.
is.
Yeah, it's
That's
true.
very true. I think there's all the common social customs, like George mentioned. I think, though, that overall, what I try to do is be considerate at all times and to consider their feelings and their preferences and wishes. I think that's the biggest part of being a gentleman is putting yourself in their shoes, never wanting them to feel uncomfortable or pressured or in any way like they're not being considered. So that's very important to me as a person is to show that I'm aware of more than myself. So that's what I would say probably. Actually, I did just say it, so it is what I would say.
So I have a couple of tips here that might be good for us gentlemen. I kind of get the impression with modern day gentlemen, it's all about trying to be have empathy in a sense. If for example, number one, if you do nothing else, keep your radar up. Gentlemen have a sixth sense. They recognize situations that may require them to swoop in and save the day.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Oh, all the time. Oh yeah.
Is that I don't know about Chandra that agrees with that one or not. I see a look out of her. You think that's
Go ahead, Chandra. Comment on it.
too bold? You don't want us to save the day?
I have mixed emotions about that. I think that it's a nice gesture, but I'm just kind of wondering what really needs to be saved. I just don't. Yeah, I have really mixed
When there's a
emotions about
cockroach in the kitchen, get in there.
Well, I have a story about that.
do
When I
it.
moved to North Carolina, and my
I'll
husband
stop your
come down
cockroach,
and
Tracy.
saved me from the cockroach, and I was standing there naked, yelling for help. And it was awful. I'm traumatized to this day. So that might be why I don't know if I need the help. It was horrible.
Was
I've never
it
seen one before. I'm from
getting ready
Washington
to
State.
attack you, or was it an attack cockroach, or what?
It was a palmetto bug that was as big as my foot. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. And I was naked. That was
Well,
the worst part,
You're
yelling for
still
help.
bigger than the bug. Bigger than the
It
bug.
doesn't
We get scared.
it doesn't matter. My feet were bare. Yuck.
Another comment here for gentlemen is
So you would want me to swoop in there and take care of the bug, right?
get the bug. Get the bug.
Okay.
I
Get
would
the
have
bug.
then.
All right.
Yeah.
I would do it myself if I have to, but if I have alternative, I would rather that the guy do it.
Oh, I'll take care of it, man. I don't know how many bugs I've destroyed for my
Oh.
sisters, my mom, everybody.
All bugs must die.
That's right. There you go, Tom.
Oh,
What was that godly talk? I don't get it.
Nice.
it's above board.
What?
So, when it comes to gentlemen, they also suggest the gentleman should be the one that kind of runs towards the fire. Another way of saying never fall prey to being a bystander effect. If something's going on, something needs a little bit of leadership, that you shouldn't be the guy that's kind of lagging behind. Run towards the fire.
Yes.
That's very true. I had a girlfriend one time that her brother, whenever we get together with her family, was just really insulting. And I understand the brother-sister thing, but after a while I would step in and go, well, maybe because she has a job and you don't, that's a different perspective. I mean, I would just defend her slightly because I thought if I stand here and just let this guy trash her all the time, I know it hurts her feelings, then I'm a kind of a creep.
I think that's really lovely that you defend her honor.
Yeah.
Cool. Number 3 here says, let others, not just the person you're with, let others enter, sit, and eat first.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I always do that.
Yeah. So.
I wait. I do not like to just start eating. I'll wait till my partner's here, till my fiance gets there, and then I wait. And when she sits down, we will eat together. I always wait for her. I never, even if my food gets cold, I'll wait for her.
Yeah.
When I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
Tear it up.
This one's interesting.
That's just me. You know, I didn't have to mean she has to wait for me.
I'm curious to hear.
I wait, but then I inhale.
You could. I do the same thing, man. I'm an ex-sailor. See, ex-sailor, and yeah, man, we had 10 minutes to eat, so I'm down with that, man. I tell you what.
Too much time for me. I can put that down.
I can inhale. No, that was
10
minutes. We were given 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Didn't say I couldn't do it in less than 10 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. That don't sound good. Wait a minute. Let me think about that.
So here's the
We're
last.
talking about food, right?
So we're getting in a 3-minute mark here. I got one more for you guys. I'm kind of curious to how the women respond to this. Call women you don't know miss or ma'am until they tell you otherwise. That look on your face, Tom.
Well, Ms.
Miss?
You got to kind of use Ms. sometimes now.
So I
think it's a really nice gesture. It's just, I think that when you live in certain areas, people don't necessarily do that. And look, for instance, when I moved to North Carolina, I heard that a lot, and it was so respectful, but it really took me by surprise because, again, I'm from Washington State. People don't say that. And so it just was a little odd. But once you get used to it, yes. And as long as it doesn't sound condescending or, because there's always a sound you could have behind something. So I guess it's okay. It's just that we don't hear it very often.
Agreed. So
I was going to say the tone of that has a big deal. And I can say that, like when I worked in a restaurant, a lot of times when I was receiving that, it wasn't necessarily respectful with some of the tone and some of the customers. It was more like, I don't know. It wasn't very flattering. But I also live on the West Coast, which is not as common. Like if I was in one of the southern states, I know that there is more common and it is, used in a better way than you would see it in like Washington State.
Yeah.
So.
Hey guys, I need to wrap this up. We're at the final there. I want to thank you all on the panel. We had some really good the kissing stuff. I did not think we'd go that far with it, but I have so much. Next week, I think we need to find out if we have some ladies in this room or not. We picked on the gentleman.
What?
Yeah, we have much more to look at on this. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. You guys be safe until next week. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
See everybody.
Bye.
Thank you very much for watching our video. Please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos all over the whole wide world. Thanks.